Commonly referred to as Queen Bee, Beyoncé is an artist who's had a career filled with mega successful songs and critically acclaimed albums. Very few artists on this earth have been able to reach the same caliber of success and respect that she has, and it's an attest to her vision, hard work, and pursuit for greatness. Throughout each album cycle, she constantly reinvents herself and has never been afraid of taking risks. Looking back at her years of work, it's hard to believe that 18 years ago from this very day, Beyoncé was just a fresh face, attempting to establish her name as a solo artist. Having just come out of multi-platinum successful girl group Destiny's Child, anticipation would be high to see if Beyoncé had what it took to be a successful solo act. Luckily, she rose to the occasion and created her iconic debut album, Dangerously in Love, a collection of expertly crafted R&B songs. This is the album that showed Beyoncé had arrived and was here to stay. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the creation of Dangerously in Love and understand its legacy within Beyoncé's career. Let's get into it. Beyoncé Giselle Knowles Carter was born at the Park Plaza Hospital in Houston, Texas on September 4th of 1981. She comes from an upper middle class home where her mother Tina owns a successful hair salon and her father Matthew is a successful salesman. As a child, Beyoncé was a shy, quiet girl. She didn't have a lot of friends and was often bullied by kids at her school. At the age of 7, Beyoncé's parents signed her up for dance classes in hopes that she would make some friends. When the dance teacher overheard Beyoncé singing, she asked her parents if she could enter Beyoncé into a talent show. They agreed, and after just one performance, Beyoncé fell in love with being on stage, eventually racking up 35 awards from various competitions. At the age of 9, she was recruited to be a part of a new girl group that would later turn into Destiny's Child. Beyoncé's parents were heavily involved in the group, with Matthew managing them and Tina styling them. The girls worked very hard, practicing non-stop, and they would become one of the most polished acts of the 90s. Though they endured a couple lineup changes, Beyoncé was always front and center. She was the one with the most powerful voice and always sang on every song. The group in turn would become a sort of safety net for Beyoncé, as she loved being with them very much. However, after their third album, Beyoncé knew it was time to spread her wings and become the solo artist of her dreams. When working on Dangerously in Love, Beyoncé had the intention of creating a classic-sounding record that showed her maturation from her time within the group. Unlike Destiny Child's albums, which preached independence and strength, Beyoncé wanted this album to showcase a more personal and vulnerable side to her. She recorded a total of 43 songs in studios at New York City and Miami. When picking producers to collaborate with, she intentionally selected new people on the scene, as they would be more hungry for success and have more ideas. Initially, the album was set to come out in October of 2002. However, due to her bandmate's song Dilemma gaining such success, Beyoncé withheld her album, while her bandmate Kelly Rowland rushed hers. Beyoncé officially released Dangerously in Love on June 17th of 2003. The first single, Crazy in Love, featuring Jay-Z, was the world's official introduction to Beyoncé as a solo performer, and to be completely honest, there hasn't been a debut as dramatic since. The track, which samples the beginning of the Shy Lights' 1970 song, Are You My Woman, is expertly produced by Rich Harrison, who mixes a hard hip-hop beat with those loud, triumphant horns. When Beyoncé first heard the song, she was unsure if it would even make the album, because of its unique retro sound. However, she ultimately went with it, and it's been largely recognized as one of the greatest summer jams of the 2000s. From the catchy uh-oh chant she does at the beginning to her future husband's rap verse, Crazy in Love marked a new musical territory for Beyoncé. Perhaps even more important than the song, though, is the music video. It was directed by Jason Nava and showcases Beyoncé strutting, posing, and dancing with high fashion clothes in alleys and on rooftops. Her dancing would only be taken to another level when she sang the song live at the MTV and BET Awards. Like a true artist, she continually reinvents each performance with theatrics, adding a new dimension to the song each time. The second single off the album is the irresistibly sexy Baby Boy, featuring Jamaican dancehall artist Sean Paul. Produced by esteemed musician Scott Storch, the song intermixes elements of R&B, reggae, and Middle Eastern music. Scott would also produce the track Naughty Girl, which sees Beyoncé singing some of her her more lustful lyrics while gliding into a high-pitched register. The third single, Me, Myself, and I, is a beautiful, smooth R&B gem with neo-soul influences. It's an empowering track that sees Beyoncé realizing that even in the times of heartbreak and betrayal, she always has herself to rely on. Beyoncé continues with the neo-soul influences on other tracks like Signs, Be With You, Yes, Speechless, and Gift from Virgo. The album also shows off Beyoncé's masterful vocals on the ballad Dangerously in Love too. It's the song that inspired the theme of the album and was actually from the last Destiny's Child record, Survivor. You can catch the video on the making of Survivor down below in the description. The spirit of Dangerously in Love is all held together by the beautiful artwork, which actually has a pretty interesting story of its own. The album cover is a timeless shot done by famous photographer Marcus Klinko. He's worked with a variety of A-list celebrities, from Mariah Carey to Britney Spears to Lil' Kim. So the story goes, Beyoncé's mom and stylist Tina saw Cher's 1990 Vanity Fair cover, where she's wearing a Giorgio Armani camisole with a crystal necklace. Tina wanted to remake the crystal necklace into a top and called the jewelry designers to do so. However, when Beyoncé and Tina got on set to do the album cover, Beyoncé was unhappy with the crystal-studded top, as she didn't feel like she had any good bottoms to wear it with. The photographer, Marcus, graciously offered his own pair of Dolce & Gabbana jeans and captured Beyoncé in that uncomfortable yet iconic pose. By the year 2004, Beyoncé was on top of the world. She was starring in movies, scoring big endorsement deals, and had her face on practically every magazine imaginable. Not to mention Dangerously in Love went #1 on the Billboard 200 and earned her 5 whole Grammys. To say that Beyoncé set a new precedent for solo success would be an understatement. She instead became the precedent for any singer who wanted to leave a group and make it big time. Her hunger, drive, and stamina was truly one of a kind, and definitely earned this album a spot as one of the greatest debut eras of all time.
I guess my advice about getting the best out of life would be, first of all, realizing what you want out of life. Because sometimes when you really think about it, you think certain things make you happy, but you have to really sit down and think about it and set your goals, and then sit down and think about your priorities and what's the most important to you, and basically go step by step and just keep rising until you accomplish that. But you can't let other people bring you down, and you can't let their opinion stop you from your goal. You have to keep your eye on it, and it'll eventually happen for you if you work hard enough.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, it would be greatly appreciated if you liked, comment, and subscribed. To be notified when a new video is posted, feel free to turn on your notifications after subscribing. If you would like more pop culture content, then make sure to follow Flashy Magazine on Instagram. That's all I got for now. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll catch you guys with the next video real soon.